Jack State's QEP is the implementation and launch of a new general education program that we call Jack's Mix. It provides transformative learning experiences and badged micro-credentials for all of our students. In order to get to that point, to launch this new model, a lot of people across campus from various stakeholder groups worked together for actually a couple of years in order to create the model that will launch in the fall.
The significance of general education to all students is that this is really at the heart, it's at the center of whatever you end up doing. Whether you become a scientist, a nurse, or a teacher, it plays a role in everything you will do, regardless of your major and your profession.
Research has shown that general education, the skills and content from general education courses actually introduce and help develop the skills that employers value.
They want people who can think on the fly. They want people who can engage with another human being, because that's who we really are engaging with. They want people who understand problems that exist in the community and then how to address those issues.
I think general education is really important, more so than most students think. They tend to want to jump ahead to their major courses and develop the skills they think are the most important for their jobs, and they are, but they forget that just their job-specific, major field-specific skills are not enough. If you understand math but you can't explain it to somebody, you're not very good as a teacher. If you know how to program but you don't know how to talk to a client about what they need and how things work, then you're not very useful to them.
I know that students often think that it's those specialized courses in the major that lead to their first job offer, and perhaps that's true in some cases. However, the skills that they learn in the humanities, the fine arts, science and math, as well as social sciences, are really where they're developing the skills that their future employers want to see.
So Jack's Mix stands for Merging Innovation and Experience. And to me, that's just the perfect synthesis of all of the different facets within our Gen Ed program. There are the four main human elements that we start with. There are all of the subcategories within. It's just our entire Gen Ed offering here. And the idea is that you're merging what you're taking in class with what you do outside of class.
As a committee, when we started looking at other universities and how they branded general education, it all seemed to be pathways through something. And that's not what we wanted to emphasize. We wanted to emphasize this mix of experiences where our students get to pick and choose, what they like. And what made more sense to us, rather than a linear pathway, was something circular. Gen Ed at the heart, but envisioning it in full color, where students are really creating their own color palette, and they're taking a little bit of this color and mixing it with this color and this color. And really what they're creating is their own signature color of general education based on the courses that they are thriving in and what they want to study.
So during our Gen Ed retreat, the central idea that we kept coming back to, and really is the focus for Jack's Mix, is the idea of the human connection and connection across disciplines. And it was one of our committee members, I think, who said it best. And he said that what we're really doing in general education is developing the human. So we develop a human being before they develop into accountants or nurses or teachers. And so it's really the human and the connection that's at the heart of Jack's Mix.
So our committee established three main goals within the new Jack's Mix program. The first one being a redesign of Gen Ed at JSU. The second being to establish badged micro-credentials, which is very exciting. There's not another Gen Ed program that we know of that is doing this, so we are one of the first, and I think there's a lot of potential here. And the final goal was to incorporate more high-impact practices.
We came to see the micro-credentials as being an important factor for the Jack's Mix remodel because it makes it stand apart. Badging has always been something that has been happening in corporate worlds, happening within some colleges and some majors that's specific to a particular major, but we've not really ever seen it being applied into a general education rebranding like we're about to do. Today's student is looking for, how can I maximize what's happening around me? And so we wanted them to be able to have proof, verification that I took these classes, I focused in this area, and now, and with the micro-credentials, they're not just taking classes, it's more than that. So if they decide to pursue a track with a micro-credential, they'll have to take 9 to 11 hours of gen ed studies focused on this particular focus area that they're going with. They also have to attend 3 events, as well as produce a work product before they will be awarded the micro-credential.
In the fall, we'll launch 5 focus options. Those include environmental stewardship, community engagement, global connections, ethical leadership, and media literacy.
The first focus area is on community engagement. That area integrates courses in political science or American government with courses in languages or literature for life, and a third category which brings in the social and behavioral sciences like sociology. The idea of that focus area is to be able to prepare students with the tools that they will need for a variety of different kinds of careers or experiences in sort of civic life, in community life, wherever it is that they end up residing.
In the courses in our media literacy focus area, students will identify credible sources, learn how to recognize misinformation, and navigate responsible consumption of a variety of resources, references, and media. These courses include classes in our composition sequence, classes from a variety of humanities and fine arts courses, including art, music, theater, and film, as well as some of our social science courses, such as political science, psychology, and basic statistics.
The ethical leadership focus allows our students to develop ethical awareness and leadership skills necessary for responsible decision-making and organizational success in contemporary society.
In the environmental stewardship focus area, students will discover the interconnections between natural systems and human activities to propose solutions that balance ecological responsibility and social equity. These courses include a variety of earth, life, and physical sciences such as biology, human geography, and general chemistry.
Another focus area is global connections. This one, it requires students to take a language that is not English. It requires them to choose from a variety of history courses in the non-Western world. And then for the third course, they can take a whole range of courses related to music, to theater, other things that sort of connect them globally elsewhere. And we think this is a particularly important area of focus for students, especially in our changing world in the 21st century.
So after they've completed the focus, those 3 courses, attended 3 events, submitted their work product, and a reflection, they have their badge micro-credential. And they are ready to have it in their e-wallet, which will stay with them for the rest of their life, even after they graduate. And they can use it on LinkedIn, resumes, email signatures.
I'm excited to see what the future holds for JaxMix because it's not an end point. It's a beginning point that wants to, again, look at itself and realize what's working, what's not working, and how do we improve on the things that are not working to make them work. And so it's a continual process of delivering on the promise of what is general education to our students.
You know, at Jack State, our upper administration has the attitude that we are changing people's lives, that is our purpose at this university. And JaxMix is just another way for us to positively impact our students' lives. From first course to first career, JaxMix will help our students.